Welcome to Fresh Start with Jason Cline.
Welcome back to Fresh Start with Jason Cline, the podcast where New Mexico residents find real solutions to overwhelming debt. Jason Cline is an experienced bankruptcy attorney based in Albuquerque who's helped individuals and families across the state protect their homes, their assets, and their peace of mind. I'm Evan Mack, and today we're talking about how bankruptcy can help stop a foreclosure and what that process looks like in New Mexico. This is Can Bankruptcy Really Stop a Foreclosure in New Mexico? Jason, welcome back.
Thank you, Evan. Nice to see you.
Awesome. Jason, let's start with what homeowners are feeling when they reach out to you. What are those first conversations like when someone is facing that daunting, foreclosure?
Foreclosure is probably one of the hardest things that families and individuals in New Mexico and probably anywhere in the United States can face. There's a company trying to take your home away from you. So these people are naturally very scared that they're going to lose their house. And really need some reassurances that there is a way to save it. And bankruptcy is that way.
For someone who's fallen behind on their mortgage, how does filing for that bankruptcy actually put a stop to the foreclosure process?
So if it's actually in the foreclosure process, bankruptcy is your one guarantee to be able to stop it. When we file the bankruptcy case, the automatic stay will go into place immediately, stopping any kind of legal action, including a foreclosure action. And then in a Chapter 13 plan, you'll take those arrears, those months behind that you are on your mortgage, and you'll build them into a 3 to 5 year payment plan where those can get repaid as well as your regular mortgage payments. So keeps you current and brings current those arrears.
One of the most powerful protections in bankruptcy is something called the automatic stay. Can you explain how that works once the case is filed?
So the automatic stay, as I had mentioned before, is what goes into place when you file the bankruptcy case, and it protects you from all collection actions. And that includes lawsuits, includes payroll garnishments, foreclosure actions, any kind of replevant actions, trying to get vehicles even. It will stop it all. Nobody can collect anymore after the filing of bankruptcy because of the automatic stay. And as long as the bankruptcy is active, so in a Chapter 7 case, between 3 and 4 months, in a Chapter 13 case, up to 5 years, that automatic stay remains protecting you.
So how quickly does the automatic stay take effect? What immediate relief does it provide for someone who's about to lose their home?
It goes into effect the very second that the case is filed.
Wow.
So we could file this case right before that house is going up for auction in a foreclosure sale, and we're going to save that house. The automatic stay will stop that. And even if they were to hold that foreclosure sale, they would have to reverse it because the automatic stay was in effect when it happened.
How do you handle that as a professional? If someone's coming to you about losing their home, they're probably all emotional and things like that. How do you kind of use your empathy or kind of, maintain that professional balance, but also use your empathy to kind of help them through the situation?
Really, why I'm in bankruptcy is because I want to help people. And when they come to me and their house is in foreclosure, I can definitely understand the stresses that they are going through. And what I want to do is help them. And I will look up all of the information about the foreclosure sale. I'll get all of the dates. A lot of people are a little disorganized, understandably, with the amount of stress that this is. So they don't know what all the dates are inside of the foreclosure case. And I'm going to find those all out for them. And I will pick our deadlines and when we have to get this thing done. Let them know exactly what the payments are going to be to get this thing caught back up and how we're going to save their house.
Some homeowners assume bankruptcy will make them lose everything. How do you help clients understand the difference between protection and liquidation?
So that is a very big misconception in bankruptcy that you're going to lose everything. And a lot of the stuff that you're going to look up and find on Google, they're going to tell you that you're going to lose everything. In 99% of cases, you're going to keep all of your property. What we have are bankruptcy exemptions, and they go state by state, or they're federal exemptions that protect your property from collection by a bankruptcy trustee to sell and to pay creditors with. So when you file the bankruptcy case, we can fit them into these exemptions that will protect them. Your house is $150,000 per person, so up to $300,000 in equity in a house. Vehicles are $10,000 per person in equity, so $10,000 to $20,000 to protect your vehicle equity. On top of that, we've got what's called a wild card exemption that we can apply to anything except for real property to add on to it. So if your car's worth more than $10,000 and you have the equity in it, we can add up to another $15,000 per person from this wild card exemption on top of it. And then all of your basic property, your household goods, watches, jewelry, all of that stuff has its own exemptions, and we can protect it.
Awesome. Are there situations where Chapter 13 might be a better option than Chapter 7 for someone trying to save their home?
Chapter 13 will almost always be the better option to try to save your home. All that a Chapter 7 is going to do for you is put the automatic stay in place for a period of 3 to 4 months. Now, if in that 3 to 4 months there's a way to cure your arrears to save the house, then that's going to help you. But if you can't cure those arrears on your own, then the Chapter 13 is the option to get them paid back and to save your house.
For homeowners who've fallen a few months behind, what can filing Chapter 13 do that other solutions can't?
So Chapter 13 will force the mortgage company to accept those payments.
Okay.
Oftentimes by contract, once you fall behind on the mortgage payments, the mortgage company is not required to accept a payment from you anymore unless it's the full amount. So trying to pay that back in installments and just catch it up, the mortgage company can just send that money back to you again and just not take it and then move forward with the foreclosure action. So when you're in Chapter 13, they have no choice but to take the money and get it paid back.
But can we talk about some of the common mistakes people make when they wait too long to explore bankruptcy as a foreclosure defense?
So waiting too long can be very detrimental. When they foreclose on a home in New Mexico, it's kind of a two-part process. After it goes through the entire court case, it'll get set for an auction. On that auction date, the highest bidder will purchase the house and then technically becomes theirs at that point. We have a very small window after that we could still file a bankruptcy case and save the house because an order confirming that sale has to enter in the court case before the sale is final. There's no real timeline or guarantee how long after the auction date until that order confirming the sale will enter. But by dragging your feet and waiting, and even getting to that sale date, it could possibly lose the house. There's only so far that the Chapter 13 can save it.
So what's your advice to someone who's listening, who's terrified of losing their home, but isn't sure whether bankruptcy is right for them?
To come talk to me. There's no obligation with a consultation. Know what you can do. If you haven't tried to reach out to the mortgage company yet and see what they're going to do, then that could be an option. Bankruptcy could also be an option. I'm not going to push anybody into doing the bankruptcy that doesn't want to do it, but know your options. That's the biggest thing.
Jason, appreciate the time and the information.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. And thank you all for joining us on Fresh Start with Jason Cline. If you're in New Mexico and wondering whether bankruptcy can help you protect your home, visit attorneyjasoncline.com to schedule a consultation. You don't have to face financial hardship alone. There's always a way forward. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a review, and share this with someone that might find this information helpful as well. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.